What's the funniest way your daughter tried to replace her dad? My husband left for a week-long business trip and somehow came home unemployed. Before he left, I told our 7-year-old daughter that daddy would be gone for a few days. I expected her to be sad. Instead, she nodded and said, "Don't worry, I'll be the new dad." We laughed. Huge mistake. The next morning, I walked into the kitchen and nearly dropped my coffee. There she was, wearing my husband's oversized hoodie and a backwards baseball cap. She had her hands on her hips like she owned the house. Then she looked at me and said, "Morning, babe. Any updates on breakfast?" I almost choked. Before I could answer, she grabbed a juice box, took a sip, and sighed. Long day ahead. From that moment on, she fully committed. She spent the day walking around with a toy tape measure inspecting random furniture. Every few minutes, she'd stop, shake her head, and mumble, "Yep, that's gonna cost money." Nothing was broken. She was literally inventing problems just so she could worry about them. Later, she caught her little brother running through the living room and immediately pointed at him. "Slow down, son. Insurance doesn't cover bad decisions." He's 4 years old. He just stared at her holding a toy truck. By day 3, she decided dads mostly talk about money. She called a family meeting and sat us at the dining table with a notebook. Then she announced that we needed to discuss finances. I asked, "What finances?" She opened the notebook and showed me a drawing of a unicorn and 3 stickers. Then she sighed and said, "We're spending too much." Things got worse over the weekend. She grabbed a toy hammer and started tapping random things around the house. Every time she hit something, she'd nod and say, "There, fixed it." Then she volunteered to take out the trash. The garbage bag was bigger than she was. Halfway to the door, it ripped open and spilled everywhere. She looked at the mess for 2 seconds and calmly said, "We'll blame the dog." When my husband finally came home, she was waiting by the front door with her arms crossed. He smiled and opened his arms for a hug. She stopped him immediately. "Listen," she said, "I've been covering your shift all week." My husband looked completely confused. Then she pointed at herself and said, "Good news. The position has already been filled." He looked at me and asked what happened while he was gone. I pointed at our daughter and said, "Talk to your replacement." Even now, she still introduces herself as assistant dad, and according to her, she's getting promoted next month.